Hi guys, we're at the end of topic 5, or topic 2 for accelerated, and we're going to be learning about the order of operations, or relearning. You guys already know about them. We've all heard of PEMDAS or GEMDAS, which I hate both of them. They're an order of operations. If GEMDAS or PEMDAS help you remember them, that's great. But there's 4 steps, and whenever you say GEMDAS or PEMDAS, it makes it sound like it's 6. Everyone nails grouping first. Everyone gets that right. And most people know that exponents come second. A couple kids forget that 5 squared is 25 and not 10. It means 5 times 5. But step 3 and step 4 is where our problems are. We multiply and divide at the same time from left to right. So on this problem right here, a bunch of people will incorrectly do the multiplying first. That is not correct. You need to work across the problem in the order that it occurs, doing any multiplying or dividing in the order they occur from left to right. And the last thing is people often want to add too soon. We're good at adding and we want to just do the adding, but we can't do the adding until all of the other steps are done. We don't even worry about subtraction because once we have negative numbers, we're adding the opposite all the time anyway. So this one, you will often have people that incorrectly do the adding first. No, you cannot do adding until all the multiplying and dividing is done. We also have to toggle our brain back and forth between the multiplying rules and the adding rules. Here I'm using the multiplying rules and getting negative 18 by mixed number rule. And now is when I add the negative 2 to it. This talks about going down 2 and down 18, which would be down 20, negative 20. Okay, this problem right here, I am working across the paper, but I can't do the addition yet because I still have multiplying and dividing. Okay, there's no grouping, there's no exponents. So I jump to here. This part is what I'm going to do first, which gives me 5. I'm going to bring the rest of the problem down. Still going to bring down this adding. I'm not going to do that adding yet. You always are good at adding and want to get it out of the way, but it has to be your last step always. And so this is 25. And now add those up, which is 21. Why am I adding here yet getting a smaller number? Because a negative and a positive, I have opposing vector forces or ups and downs. Whenever I have mixed signs and an addition problem, I need to subtract. You can think of this as being 4 negatives and 25 positives, owing someone $4 and receiving 25. And then this one is number 17 from our notes, from our packet of notes, okay? And so I've just rewritten it on here. These 2 were extra problems that I added in just to give you a little more extra practice. So this is the first time that I see grouping symbols, and you guys do great. You know that you need to start there. But one thing that's often forgotten is that all minuses are really plus a negative. So I'm going to think of this as being 2 and a negative 4 and 5 and a negative 12. Addition of a negative is the same thing as subtraction. Okay. And so when I'm doing this problem, I'll rewrite it. I'm doing that, which gives me negative 2. Again, mixed sign, I subtract. Bring down this sign. And then here, this was 5 and a negative 12. Again, mixed sign rule. This gets me negative 7. And now I am going to do that subtraction that wasn't in a parentheses. These parentheses are now really meaningless. And so my new problem is negative 2 minus negative 7. And I need to get rid of any touching double signs. Subtracting a negative. This is the opposite of a negative. The opposite of a negative is those 2 will form a big positive, which gives me 5. How many times do we use the mixed sign rule there? Okay, so again, subtraction is thought of adding a negative. You may or may not want to rewrite this step. Subtraction of a negative is thought of as adding a positive. Opposite, 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 opposite. The opposite of subtracting is adding a negative. Okay, this one here is optional. It's a pretty challenging question even when we're not on distance learning. You plug that number in, You add those quantities up because they're both saying down, and then you multiply 5/9 times that. Tough question. It's on there if you want to challenge. Don't feel like you have to do it.